Hello everyone and welcome to this slightly different video because we're finally talking about Gran Turismo 7. I've known the name for ages, but there we go, now it's released, I can actually say it. So yes, we're going to do a video on Gran Turismo 7. There's been lots of very detailed reviews. I'm just going to hit you with some key points or maybe stuff you might have missed during the trailer or during the whole craziness of Gran Turismo 7's launch trailer, and I'm going to try and do it in 7 minutes, which is going to be kind of hard. GT7 in 7 minutes. I have a stopwatch. Let's go. So first of all, there's one circuit used in the trailer, that is Trial Mountain. So Trial Mountain is back. Happy days. Does that mean classic tracks are coming back? Who knows? Hopefully they are. New cars, BAC Mono, we saw that straight off the bat, very obvious in that trailer. The Porsche 917, also very obvious in the trailer. However, what wasn't obvious was the Carrera GT. Now, is it the Porsche or is it rough? We don't know, but that's definitely in there, as is also the Lamborghini Murcielago. Have I missed any other cars? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, there is a time transition definitely in there that's being teased. Does this mean also weather transition because the clouds are moving across? Does that mean track temperature is going to change between hot and cold during that time as well? I don't know. It's a very, very sneaky tease, but the tease is in there all the same. We then go to the intro screen. Now, the intro screen, we have all the regular stuff that you would have seen in previous Gran Turismos. So, it's good. We're going back to Gran Turismo, and it says that in the trailer. Positive. It looks very nice, if I'm honest. The menu screen looks very, very polished. Very good. I don't know how much that's been developed into. I don't know how long the development time has been, but it looks absolutely amazing. Now, in terms of when we go into the home screen, we see gifts. Now, what do gifts mean here? Does this mean that we're going to have to claim gifts manually like we did, I think it was in Gran Turismo 6? That's a very pain in the backside kind of system. Hopefully it's not like that and you can just claim them all at once. Or does it mean that you can actually gift people cars? So these are gifts received from other players. Now that's a kind of cool little item that they could put into the game. It's been in Gran Turismo's in the past, gifting other players cars. So you could gift your mate a Porsche 917 if you've got 2 of them. Pretty cool in my opinion. Just a guess though, it just seems a bit weird that they've got gifts and 12. Performance points are back. So we see PP at the top. Now these obviously disappeared for GT Sport. They were back in the previous games. Didn't really work very well in the previous games. Hopefully they'll come back with a better solution with the performance points. Hopefully that means that when you do, detune a car to go into a different category, because they're still back, N100, N200, etc. Hopefully it means that when you detune, the performance points then match the detune of the car and you can sort of have decent races still. Cue the Lancia Stratos, which becomes the OP car in N100. Tuning is back, so we see the Toyota GT86 in a tuning area which is called Understeer. My concern here is, where's TRD gone? Back in the old days you would get brand awareness from the fact that TRD was a tuning area of Toyota. Where's it gone? Is it just a licensing issue? Is it just the fact that it's not in the game yet? I don't know, just something to point out there. Right, we're then going to go towards the GT world, okay? So this is about all the tracks. First of all, Interlagos, easily spotted down in South America. We then look at Europe. Now, sorry folks, there are no new tracks currently being shown in Europe. Jomas handily put all the tracks there. It's every single track currently in GT Sport, and you can place them perfectly on the map. America, however, does have a new track. So when we jump to America, we see Daytona, first of all, in Florida. Happy days, new circuit with hopefully 2 layouts. The obviously road circuit and also the oval. We then also have Trial Mountain, which is placed in California. California also has 3 more red dots. We then have a red dot in Utah, Colorado Springs, Nevada or Arizona, I can't remember which one it is, and Texas. So let's talk about California first. Willow Springs is in there, Laguna Seca is in there, and then we don't know what the other dot is, so we'll just come back to that in a second. Colorado, I'm going to hazard a very good guess at Colorado Springs personally. The one in Texas, so this is where we start to get interested now, because we've got one in California to still fill, one right near the border. We then have one in Texas and one in Utah. Okay, so the one in Utah, that is very close to Utah Motorsport Park. Does that mean that's coming back? I don't know. We've got 2 tracks to fill in here, Blue Moon and Northern Isle Speedway. Now I think Northern Isle Speedway is the one in Texas, if I'm honest, because it's slap bang on Dallas Speedway, which makes perfect sense. Love the Speedway with the Speedway, the custom one where a real one is. Northern Isle Speedway in Texas. Makes perfect sense, so I'm going to hazard a guess Northern Isle Speedway's there. We have Fisherman's Ranch. Now, where is that going to be? I'm going to guess that's the one near the border, because that makes perfect sense. It's quite a deserty dirt area there. Makes absolute sense to be down there. Fisherman's Ranch straight in. We've got 2 dots left then, and we're going to put Blue Moon in one of them. So, as I said, the Utah Motorsport Park, or the one in California, right near the sea, right near a bay, which makes perfect sense. However, it's directly on where, in real life, the Infineon Raceway is, otherwise known as Sonoma. So, where does Blue Moon Bay go? I think it goes there, personally. Does that mean we then get Utah Motorsport Park? I don't know. Just some ideas out there, but we've definitely got another new track to be announced there from all those dots. Now, let's actually continue down here. So, we have Sunday Cup. Why does it say it's free? I don't get that. I'm slightly concerned that there's some paid content in there. I'm just going to stop myself there a little bit, because when I slowed down this whole video, I kind of realised that actually free means that you don't need a license to do it. You can literally just join up and enjoy the racing, as you can see with GT Cup being National A. Right, now I've interrupted the pleb. I'm going to now go back to the pleb, who hopefully doesn't speak any more plebish. Off we go! I'm hoping it's more the fact that it's just any car can join, and that's why it says free. I was a little bit worried, but just to point that out. Now, Trial Mountain, let's go back to Trial Mountain quickly. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Trial Mountain, the layout has changed. It's now 1 mile longer. Thank you to LZR Thomas for pointing that one out. Obviously, the jumps have been taken out, so the straight is much longer now. The last chicane has also changed. It's made it less arcadey and actually a chicane. The annoying thing is, I suspect a rolling start, you're going to start slap bang in the middle of that chicane if you're around 10th place backwards. Even so, the layout has changed. You can see that there. A little bit concerned about the pit lane length, because it looks like you might be able to miss the chicane and actually potentially gain time, depending on how fast that pit stop is. Now the hood, very little has changed on it, except the fact that the one thing we did want changing is a rear view in every single camera. Please, please, please put that in the game. I want a rear view mirror in every single camera, like every other game does. I don't see the problem with it personally. It means we can have better racing, cleaner racing, and what is sportsmanship can obviously help with that. 16 cars. Why are only 16 cars shown? I don't know. GT Sport can handle 20 at the moment. It used to be able to handle 24. Unfortunately, due to the additions, PS4 was limited, so they knocked it down to 20. Hopefully more cars can be on circuit. I personally want between 30 and 40 on a given circuit. I think that'd be fantastic. It'll really help with the manufacturer series if that continues on. Finally, debris on the track at the hairpin on Trial Mountain. What does that mean? There's lots of leaves and dirt all there. Very confused by that. But that is everything pointed out. I did it in 7 minutes and 5 seconds, so just after the 7 minutes. A very interesting trailer at the end of the day. As I say, I was disappointed with the hood. I want to see rear view camera. I was disappointed to not see more than 20 cars on circuit. I think that would have been the biggest mind-blowing thing ever. Even if they'd have just shown that, 30 cars on circuit, I think that would have blown Gran Turismo out of this world. I really do. In terms of the tracks, kind of interesting where those dots are and where they lead up to there. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that one. And interesting cars. It's nice the fact that the used car dealership is back. I think that's a big plus for Gran Turismo as a whole. It'd be interesting with the time and weather transition potentially. I do want to see puddles in Gran Turismo, so if it does start raining and we do have weather transitions, I want to see puddles appear that you have to avoid. Hydroplaning, aquaplaning, maybe not in road cars, but especially in race cars. You hit a puddle, you go spinning off. Whereas if somebody else goes round on the outside, we have wet and dry lines and stuff. I think that would be a superb addition to the game. But that's going to be it from me, folks. I hope you enjoyed that little 7-minute, really, really quick whiz through the old trailer. Plenty more to come for GT7, of course. The stuff I can't say, obviously, because I've signed an NDA. So, when stuff's announced, I can then say, oh, yes, I did know that, or I didn't know that. Lots of stuff there I didn't know. I will be honest with you. Some stuff I did. But that's going to be it for me, folks. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.